Hi, everybody. Time for the last segment of the show, our parting shots. Jeffrey, start us off.
Thanks, Jen. True story. So late last summer, I was sitting here at this desk with one Jen Bates, and we were just gabbing.
You do that.
And I told her I was feeling old because I had a high school reunion coming up. If you, dear viewer, would like to pretend it was my 10th high school reunion, I will thank you later.
It was mine.
Anyway, I tried to make myself feel better by telling my friend Jen, who was literally 7 when I graduated high school, that, you know, at least I maybe look halfway okay for my advanced age. And without a beat, Jen responded, "And you get to bring Kelly." See, that was her nice way of saying, "Look, dork, just be happy your wife is hot." And she was just being honest. There's nothing wrong with that. I bring up this story because of the storm created Monday night when Brent Musburger became overzealous in describing Alabama quarterback, A.J. McCarron's girlfriend as beautiful during the national title game. Again, don't misunderstand me. I can see where some were slightly taken aback. Musburger's tone and enthusiasm while Catherine Webb was on the screen were a bit over the top. But backlash piling up to the point ESPN had to release an apology? Come on now. Musburger could have done it better, but what he was saying essentially is Webb is very attractive. She was Miss Alabama, so I'm guessing that revelation doesn't come as a shock to anyone. Even Webb herself said she wasn't offended at all because being called beautiful is a compliment. And as for Musburger's assertion that all young boys growing up in Alabama should start working on their throwing motion with the dream of becoming a Tide quarterback and dating pretty women, I'm guessing they already were. I mean, really, is it controversial to say the star quarterback dates the pretty girl? Musburger wasn't commenting on Webb's intelligence, ability, or anything like that. All he was really trying to say is that she was attractive. If we can't note a really pretty girl is a pretty girl, have we become too sensitive?
If anything, that did a ton for her career. Maybe not even A.J. McCarron may flame out, but she's going to be a model for quite some time. All right, thank you, Jeffrey. Appreciate it. I first got to KWCH as a sports reporter back in 2008, almost 5 years ago. At that time, we still went up to Chiefs games pretty regularly before the Chiefs became... you know what I mean. That was when I still had stars in my eyes going into Arrowhead Stadium, and that was the first of only a few times I got to interview Tony Gonzalez. Let me set this up for you. NFL postgame locker rooms are awkward for everyone, not just the 1 or 2 women who happen to be working the game and going in there. When I go up to games, I go by myself, no photographer except for me. I carry my own gear, do my own interviews. So while I'm interviewing Brody Croyle or Tyler Thigpen or whatever carousel of quarterbacks was going on at that time, whoever wasn't injured, I'll put it that way, I was shooting with both eyes open, one in the viewfinder, my right one, to check my shot, the other glancing occasionally to my left toward Gonzo's locker. You see, I'm 5'4". When I'm shooting by myself, I absolutely have to be in the front. So when Tony walked over, I sprinted to his locker so I could be in the front. But here's the interesting thing about Tony Gonzalez. He's unlike any other player. You don't interview Tony when he's naked, it happens, or when he's in a towel, because Gonzo doesn't come out naked or just in a towel. He comes out, honestly, in boxers, and you wait for him to get dressed before you interview him. Imagine me about a foot from this man waiting for him to get dressed. Real awkward for everyone. But Tony didn't make it feel that way. Once he was done, he answered every single question, no matter how horribly he played, which was rare, and no matter how tired he was, no matter how dumb the question, he answered it, honestly and candidly. I hated to see Tony go because that meant getting snubbed by Dwayne Bowe in the locker room, but I cannot express how happy I am that he finally got his first playoff win. He was being suffocated in Kansas City, but never acted that way. And to see him make that catch to set up the game-winning field goal, that was a really cool moment. I can only imagine him holding court and answering every single question honestly and with passion in that post-game locker room. And I hope we get to see him say that again.
That'd be fun.
That'd be really cool.
Don't think so, but go ahead.
All right, thanks, Jeffrey, everybody, for staying up with us. We'll see you again next weekend on Sports Sunday.